Ba, 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 ba. The blonde proceeded to grin, dodging immediately. The next thing he knew, Kiba rushed forward yet again. He punched. He blocked. He punched. He parried. Each punch, each block, each claw he tried. The blonde either parried, or he dodged it. The blonde was using Royal Guard. Even information that fighting styles that Dante's used was being literally delivered to him through his brain, through instinct. Each attack that Kiba did was being counteracted. The next ground he did, the blonde proceeded to counter to a devastating blow. His fist glowed with crimson energy, punching him, sending him flying back, crashing into the wall. Kiba proceeded to wince, groaning. Kiba proceeded to growl. All right. You got lucky with that one. Akamaru. The dog proceeded to eat the bark, joining immediately. The two food pail. As he proceeded, the blonde's eyes went in. Hey, you can't do that. He actually can. It's part of him. The blonde proceeded to blink. Oh, I guess so. The moment that the food pail, Akamaru slightly started to grow. His fur turned red, and his size slightly increased. And he jumped upon Kiba's back, and Kiba simply said, Beast mimicry. The moment that happened, Akamaru changed into a perfect Kiba. And he simply, Kiba said, Fang over fang. They both rushed in. Two swirling claws of something. He proceeded to rush forward. The blonde watched. He simply smirked. Then he jumped over them confidently. Kunai was shocked. He wasn't fighting back at all. He was actually just cruising through. Leaping over. He even slightly grinded on one of them, using his feet like it was a game. Sasuke simply watched. Still a small smirk upon his face. He was just toying with him now. Issei proceeded to think, I think he's just toying with him. Sakura proceeded to scowl. Naruto, let's finish the fight off already. She proceeded to shout out. Kunai turned towards Kakashi. What have you taught him? Kakashi, she proceeded to say, he knows the basics, but he also knows his own moves. Not much there. He's doing it all on his own. Everything that you see Naruto doing now, he's always been able to do this. It does took a certain awakening. Gaia proceeded to watch Naruto's moves closely. It was fascinating. He was moving at a good pace. Fast, actually, for a getting. He was somewhat close to Lee. Not too far behind, but nowhere near. So was Kakashi's other student. He looked at the other two male students, Issei and Kiba. He wondered if they were anywhere close. The way they were standing, they were pretty confident in themselves. For their last matches, they were also pretty strong. Quite actually. Issei's the boy being... Issei having skill like armor, and Kiba being a feared swordsman. Both seemed to be strong on their own. He turned towards Kakashi. He really did have a good team, a good roster, actually. My eternal rival. You seem to have a good team. Kakashi simply turned, eye smiling. Of course I do, guy. They worked together quite well. The blonde proceeded to bounce forward and proceeded to smirk. Alright, enough games. He proceeded to blur faster before. Proceeding to rush forward, kicking one of the cycloping whirlwinds away, being Akamaru, smashing him away into a wall. Oh, Kiba say Akamaru! But then he was several clones proceeded rushing and picking him up as they proceeded to say Uzumaki. With the blonde proceeding to come down with an axe kick. Uzumaki barrage! As he proceeded to be face planted right into the floor. The blonde landed and grinned. Oh, that was fun. But, you kind of lost. But better off next time. He simply turned around, walking confidently, hands in his pockets. He turned looking around his clothes and then, great, now my clothes are torn. Man, I gotta look for a whole new clothing. You can see his scowl. Once he was back with the other of his team, Sakura proceeded to say, took you long enough. You were just toying with him. You didn't even use rebellion nor your gauntlet. Didn't need to. That would be overkill. I think what you did was overkill, Rhea simply said, but it was entertaining. Akano simply chuckled. You should have made it a little bit slower. Nah, Kiba's a friend. So don't ever proceed to say, you play around too much. Next time, take your opponent seriously. Naruto simply turned towards Zenobia. But I do take my opponent seriously. Very seriously. Irina sighed. He does have a point. His last fight, in the forms of death, was very serious. The blonde's face turned more serious. Yeah, it was. Promise. So you made it through, huh? The Uchiha simply looked at him. Yep. Did you doubt me? I would lose? No. He simply said, he smirked, just do better. You better make it all the way through the finals. Because when it's time, I'm going to defeat you completely. The blonde grinned. Very well then. Same to you, Teme. The next matches went on. Everything seemed to be well. Until Lee's fight. As the team watched the fight, they really saw what Kabuto meant by he almost never got hurt. But this one seemed genuinely. Lee really was pushed. He was fighting. As the fight continued on, it became really gruesome. Once Gaara started to lose a little bit of his sanity and taking his right arm and leg. As they watched immediately, Guy intervened, calling the match as the match was called towards the Gaara. The blonde's fist clenched. What is that guy's problem? Sasuke's eyes narrowed. Gaara, as he simply said, thinking, a strong opponent. Worthy, probably enough for Yamato to slice through. The blonde proceeded to watch Gaara. He walked off cold, but it seemed like he was enjoying himself, like he wasn't done. And as then it was time to choose the next matches, the matches just went through quite well. Naruto had Neji, Sasuke had Gaara, Shikamaru had Tamari, Issei had to go against Irina, Kiba had to go against Zenobia, Rias and Akano against each other, and then Kaneko against Shino. Each of them proceeded to watch. They all proceeded to understand. Rita proceeded to smile. Well, so I'm going to get to my queen, huh? Akano proceeded to smile. That sounds like a good idea. Really? The two proceeded to stare at each other, challenging. Issei proceeded to stretch. Well, I'm going to get Serena, huh? Cool. Rematch time. Arena proceeded to grin. You really think you can beat me? Pretty confident. As long as you don't pull any angel, you'll pull BS out your ass. She proceeded to grin. Oh, I would never. Cuba and Azobi proceeded to simply nod. Well, this will be a match for the history books. It'll be different from our usual sparring. But we'll see between our training, which has given us the most benefits. Yup. The blonde proceeded to look. He remembered Neji's fight with his cousin. He scowled. That wasn't really nice of him. It formed a pit within him. He didn't like how Hinata was treated at all. He treated her like she was trash. As then the matches was over. Once all were proceeded, they were all taken back, told to head back to the village. Once done, all stopped and they all looked. They were all proceeded to get checked out at the hospital. Kakashi was standing there, reading. The blonde walked over to Kakashi. Kakashi Sensei, I know you're gonna ask. Sorry, Naruto, I can't. Sasuke already asked me. The blonde scowled. He already did? Goddamn Timmy. But I do have someone that can give you help. Who? The blonde proceeded to raise an eyebrow, wondering. Once Kakashi said to advise, perverted ode. No way. Mr. Perv over there? Nah, I'm good. Kakashi took aside. I had a feeling you were going to say that. Then he proceeded to pull out a scroll. But, don't worry. This doesn't mean I'm not going to leave you with something that you can use. You're going against a Hyuga. And with a Hyuga, you either get tanked or you learn how to do massive amount of damage. The Bond took the scroll. He looked and saw fire jutsus. Cool. These are the few jutsus I learned over my years. Because of your ability with Drake, that allows you to see. I'm sure that some sort of ability allows you to use flame. Probably. I'll use this. Thanks, Sensei. Kakashi simply nodded. And once you get that done, figure out, see Naruto. Get stronger. I have a feeling you are going to get to the finals. Good luck. I'll be rooting for you. The blonde proceeded to grin. Thanks, Kakashi Sensei. You might not be able to train me, but you give me enough. More than enough. He proceeded to smile. Then walking out. Dre proceeded to speak within his mind. Some fire-style jutsus for you to learn, huh? Yep. You have any fire magic that I can use? Definitely. One ability of the boosted gear. Once before, long ago, I was able to burn all of my enemies with my crimson flames. They were engulfed and going on for days on end. Huh. Really? Yes, actually. If you want to learn it, I can teach you. With the fire style, definitely. That'll be useful. Very well then. So I guess we'll train upon that balance breaker thing, huh? You're getting awfully close, Drake simply said. But yes. Yes, we will train upon that also. Cool. The bomb proceeded to continue to walk. As he walked, he paused and he heard giggling. What was that? He proceeded to turn towards the sound to see it was some white-haired old man looking into the hot springs. Ah, great. He proceeded to walk forward, walking as he looked. As the barber should say, hey, you know you're not supposed to be, peeking into the hot springs, right? Hey, out of here, kid. I'm currently busy with something. Well, if you're busy enough to be peeping at being your old Tom, the barber proceeded to say, oh, hey, I'm currently busy over here. Can't you see? As he turned to the blonde proceeds to scowl. Really? All right, then what are you exactly? Me? Well, I'm the ultimate ninja. The strongest one, actually. The mighty, epic, as he summoned a toad under him. Jiraiya! Who? The more to listen to Sonnings, brat. Dirty Sonning? Like that weird snake guy? He became more serious immediately. You know Orochimaru, huh? No, I met him a few days ago, actually. The guy literally gave me the chills. He turned towards him. So if you're so strong as you say you are, then train me. Jiraiya raised an eyebrow. Train you? Why would I do that? I need a sensei. How about you go get one? I don't know. There's no one really around. Everyone seems to be busy. But you're here, peeping. So train me. Jiraiya proceeded looking at him closely. Fine. Alright, good. Follow me. The hermit proceeded to follow along, bringing the blonde. He proceeded to say, teach me anything. Show me what you got. It has to be something good, something great, something that can catch my interest. As the blonde said, you want something that can catch your interest. The blonde paused and then he smirked. All right. Catch your interest, you say? He grinned. He immediately did a hand sign, transforming into his sexy jutsu. Jiraiya's eyes proceeded to bulge. This is amazing. Great. You see his ground with his book out and attacked. Perfect. The right curves. The right hips. Oh, kid. You have potential. The transformation transformed Naruto proceeded to blink. I do? Yes. I just need you to do one thing for me. What would that be? I need you to turn around for me and give me a good. The blonde proceeded to blink. Then pause. Huh? He expelled the transformation immediately, proceeding to glare. You old geezer of a pervert! He proceeded to scowl. Pervert? I'm a big one. Oh, just great. Even better. What can you even teach me anyways? Jiraiya proceeded to become more serious. What do you want to learn? Well, I have the tuning exams in a month to be more exactly, so I want to learn how to kick that guy's Neji Hyuga. He attacked a friend of mine, his cousin. I didn't like how that went. Oh, for a girl, you say? Not like that, old perv. Just some payback, you know? I also want to make it all the way to the finals, too. I want to win this thing. Jiraiya proceeded across his arms. So you want to win? Hmm? Okay. You want to win. The blonde looked at him. Yeah. So I'm assuming you have no problem with your tenant. The blonde paused. You know about? Yes, I do. Yeah. And no, I don't. Not currently. But my chakra's been really funky, really. I haven't been able to control all of it. My control's a little bit out of whack. And, well, what? The bonus proceeded with the seal, showing whatever that guy did. He did something to my seal. I'm not sure what. Okay. You proceed to look closely. A 5-pronged seal. The Orochimaru is trying to cut the stream of chakra from the fox. Alright. How about you demonstrate for me? Try walking on water. Huh? Walking on water, you know? It's the same thing as a tree. Walking through tree exercise. You simply just place water, simply just place chakra to your feet and walk. But you have to change it every minute or so to match the water surface. Oh, it's the tree walking exercise, but on water. The blonde proceeded not understanding. All right. He proceeded to immediately head towards the water. Doing the hand sign, he proceeded to change as then walking. As he took a few steps, he proceeded to immediately submerge himself. He proceeded to rise up from the water and proceeded to scowl. Okay, let me try again. He tried several tries and several times, but it wouldn't really work. The blonde scowled, then turned. He tried one more time, focusing his chakra. Here once more, trying to walk, taking a few steps, and then fell in once again. He walked out, soaked. Clothes soaked, too. Okay, this is not helping me. He tossed the clothes immediately, taking out the red trench coat. Laying down the weapon, rebellion, ivory and ebony on the ground. Jiraiya looked at the two weapons. Nice artillery over there. Thanks. The blonde proceeded to channel chakra. Channeling it once again. Jiraiya proceeded to notice a seal. So it really is a 5-pronged seal, huh? Okay. Hey, kid. What? Can you, lift up your arms a little bit? Why? Just do it. Like this? Yeah, like that. What are you doing, you old perv? Jiraiya's hands proceeded to glow with chakra. Just stay still for a moment, huh? 5-pronged seal release! As he stunned his hands right into the blonde's gut, the blonde proceeded to wheeze out in pain, gasping. His Yes, he proceeded to Zeus's back, holding his stomach. Oh, what the hell? Alright, try again now. You crazy lunatic. The blonde proceeded to scowl. But fine. He proceeded to walk forward, channeling chakra once more. His abdomen was a little bit sore, but then he took a few steps, taking 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. He was actually walking. He stopped and realized he was standing on water. Hey, it actually worked. You see? Not hard, huh? Thanks, arrow sending. Oi, it's Jiraiya sending. Jiraiya. From Mount Niyoboku. No pervy sage. Okay, whatever, pervy sage. Jiraiya proceeded to have a tick mark on his head, scowling. Okay. It's okay. Hey, kid. You know what summons are, right? Wow. Yeah, I do. They're like those familiar things, right? Yep, exactly. How about you? I can get you a contract if you want. The blonde blinked once, twice, thinking about it. Sure, why not? He took several steps forward, looking. Alright. Jiraiya pulled out a steel from behind him that he was always carrying, and then handed it to him, unraveling it and showing. The blonde looked and see. What do I do? Write your name in blood. Write my name in blood? Okay. He looked at the person who wrote the other one. Namikaze? Minato. He simply shrugged. The name was kind of familiar, but he didn't fully recognize it. He bit his finger, then started to write his name. Naruto Uzumaki Naruto. Then he finished it as he proceeded to put his handprint, then stopped. Alright, there. Now what? Alright. Follow these hand signs. The blonde proceeded to look at him. Then he proceeded to follow the hand signs. Boar, ram, I forgot the hand signs. He did the hand signs, proceeding to follow along, biting his finger and then saying, "Summoning jutsu!" Summoning a tadpole? Driver see the wheeze. Look at that. You summon a tadpole. The boss dispelled the jutsu, the summon, and proceeded to try again. Let me try again. Summoning jutsu! Looking to see, yet again, another tadpole. What the heck? Fine. The blonde proceeded to bite his hand. Once again, go through the hand signs, summoning jutsu. And then he failed. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay. He went through the hand signs again, and then cried out, summoning jutsu. But then a larger puff of smoke proceeded to appear as he grinned, saying, "Finally, I got something." And then he got a small frog. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Hi, who are you? Why'd you summon me? Huh? Who are you? The name is Gamakichi. I'm the Toad Boss's son. You? Naruto. I'm your new summoner. You? Really? The new summoner? You proceed looking him over. How about this? If I give you some candy, I can maybe stay around and help you. What you say? Really? Candy? Do you want my help or not? Alright. Here. He gave him a small piece of candy he had on him currently. Thank you. He proceeded to eat the candy, staying upon the blonde's head. Say, kid, you got a nice state of dress, but your clothes are kind of torn. The blonde looked at his jumpsuit. His red trench coat was fine. Unscathed, actually. Yeah, doesn't really match the red, does it? Not fully, no, but it looks nice, I do admit. But maybe it wasn't so much orange. Hey, I like orange. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying choose something a little bit more darker next time. Noted. The blonde proceeded to think about it. Something more darker, huh? Yeah, I'll think about that. The blonde went through hand signs. Jiraiya proceeded to watch from a distance. Hey, kid. What is it, Pervy Sage? Oh, hey, Jiraiya. Gamakichi. Good to see you again. Toad proceeded to jump from Naruto to him. You seem to be having trouble. Yeah, I am. Okay. Then how about you start drawing upon your tenant instead? Vaughn proceeded to blink once, twice. My tenant? Then he remembered. The fox. Yep. Draw upon him instead. You know, benefits. Okay, so, right. Do you know what the fox's chakra looks like, right? Okay. You have 3 energy figures within you, right? Technically, yeah. My chakra's blue, the blonde said, recognizing that obviously. Then you got D-Drake's energy. His is a crimson emerald. He can recognize D-Drake's, obviously. It was overwhelming power, domination. And the fox. The blonde proceeded to blink once, twice. How do I get the fox? That's all for you to figure out, kid. Right, okay. How about this? Jiraiya proceeded to place 2 fingers on the blonde's head. Using a bit of chakra, and then the blonde felt his weight being pushed. His eyes widened, feeling himself being pushed as he was flowing. What the hell? As Jiraiya proceeded to watch him, the blonde fell over the ravine. You can't stick to anything either. You can't bond using chakra. too slippery. Try to focus. Focus deep. Deep within. The blonde was falling. Falling fast. He proceeded to panic. Oh, what the hell am I supposed to do? Drake, any ideas? Currently, you can't access balance breaker at this point, so no. Crad. Rebellion couldn't do anything. Not that he could think. He continued to fall. Then remembered, right, focus on the fox. Fox. He closed his eyes, thinking, focusing. Fox. The fox. He dig deep, real deep, going deep within his subconscious. And then he opened his eyes, finding himself in a sewer. He saw pipes, one of blue chakra, one of crimson emerald, and one of crimson. There's a certain malice to it. And then he found another one, a fountain of power that was being attracted to him, but gatewayed, like it was locked. Not ready yet. He followed the malice. The darker it got, the more the malice grew. And then he arrived at a large corridor. Massive corridor. Turned to see a large gated seal with a paper and a kanji on it saying seal. The blonde looked at it. He looked closely and then two glowing red eyes peered down from the darkness, looking at him. The blonde's eyes widening, seeing it. So, you're the Nine-Tails. The beast simply chuckled. And you're the tenant. Very well. Why are you here, brat? Speak up. I don't have time to waste with you. The claws proceeded to barge through, almost reached towards the blonde. Then the blonde's nerves kicked back in. He scowled and looked. All right, listen here, you stupid fox. I'm your jailer and I'm your tenant and you're the jailer. You listen to me. You're in my body. I make the rules. Got it? So, I need your stinking chakra to survive. So hand it over. Is that so? The beast simply chuckled. Very well. Take it. And use it. Orange-like chakra, crimson chakra, proceeded to flow from under the seal, stretching towards the blonde. It proceeded to wrap around him. The blonde proceeded to gasp as the chakra proceeded to wrap around him and use it to your advantage, you pitiful meatbag. The blonde's eyes, he started to open. He proceeded to breathe in. Now's a chance. He proceeded to bite his thumb once again, going through the hand signs. Please work. He proceeded to cry out, summoning jutsu. As the chakra amount was large. And then poof, a large poof this time. As a toad appeared. The toad stood. It was reddish brown, with a blue jacket, and proceeded of a large tonto, smoking a pipe. He said, What? What am I doing here? Wait a minute. Jiraiya, are you here? God damn it. I told you about something in random places, Jiraiya. Hey, I did it. Whew. Huh? What? Before he knew it, the toad proceeded to leap, leaping up and out the ravine. The moment that he leaped and landed, the blonde proceeded to gasp out, scream as the blonde grunted. As the toad landed, he was pushed towards the front of the toad's head. Well, shoot. What the heck? Hey, kid. You, brat. Huh? What are you doing? Who are you? And where's Jiraiya? Jiraiya? You mean Pervy Sage? Pervy Sage. He proceeded to laugh. Oh, Pervy Sage. Now that's a name. I haven't heard anyone call Jiraiya that ever. But back to my question. Who are you? Where's Jiraiya? He obviously summoned me. No, I did. I summoned you. You summoned me? Yeah, right. Yeah, I did. I signed the contract and everything. Perry Sage taught me. Really now? Impressed. Alright. If you really did sign the contract, then I allowed you to get on my back. But if you want to keep the contract, you have to survive me hopping around for the next full-on until the day is over. That's a deal. The blonde proceeded to blink, thinking about it. You have yourself a deal. The toad proceeded to grin. Very well then. You better hold on. The bomb proceeded to grip, and then the toad started to jump around. The bomb proceeded to hold on for dear life. Oh, this is going to be a long process. As the toad proceeded to bouncing from one end to the other. A few hours later, to Gamma's surprise, the blonde really did hold out all the way to the end of the day, sunset. I guess the brat really did hold on that long. Impressed. He turned towards looking at Jiraiya. You got one hell of a student now. I'm assuming it's Minato's, wasn't it? Jiraiya simply nodded. Yep, tell Mom and Pa as well. Just like we wanted. He's going stronger. A lot stronger recently. But he's probably going to need more. Toad proceeded to nod, understanding. Very well. Tell the kid when it's time. We'll have to drink to a celebration. Right. You still owe me, Jiraiya. He proceeded to sweat drop. Right, about that, getaway. The next time I see you, it's your ass. Yeah. The toad proceeded to let on the blonde. Take good care of him. The tadpole looks young, healthy, and full of potential. We'll be watching his growth. He proceeded to spell himself. Jiraiya proceeded to look down at the blonde. A lot of potential indeed. The next day, the blonde woke up. Jiraiya was teaching him more control upon himself and the jutsus. So you want to learn fire style? Yeah, you have any fire style jutsus? Yeah, true. I do have some in mind. But one problem. Hmm? What's that? I don't think you can train like that. The blonde raised an eyebrow, looking down at himself, at his torn orange jumpsuit, but the red trench coat was fine. Yeah, you're right. I'm getting a little too tall for this anyways. Exactly. The Sonic proceeded to say, how about we get some clothes for you? Outside village. What you say, kid? Alright, fine. The blonde shrugged. Good. Follow me, kid. The blonde followed him. Not long, they found a shop. The blonde looked around. This was a nice shop, actually. So what you looking for, kiddo? Anything nice? Anything decent? The blonde shrugged. Not sure, really. It's just, I'm looking for something, mostly. He looked around, looking, then he paused. He saw a red amulet. He blinked at it once, twice, and something about it drawed him in. Rebellion proceeded to respond, its energy following, locking onto it. You notice how Rebellion's demonic energy proceeded to hum like it was a warmth. The blonde walked over, looking at the gold amulet, silver amulet, and picking it up. So perfect half, missing another. It was in a silver chain. Well, you like that? Derisive said. The blonde proceeded to grin. Yeah, I do, actually. He proceeded to say, we're looking for clothes, kiddo, not just jewelry. Right, pervy sage. He proceeded to walk forward, looking. He grabbed some pants and some shirts. And a few looks. He tried them all on, but none fit him. They all fit well for his growing, but not for how he thought. He grabbed some black pants. They had orange stripes upon the hips, on the pockets, a few bit of orange, some black boots. So that had hints of orange on the soles of the shoes, and some gloves that had orange on it too. He liked it, with a black t-shirt, and then with his trench coat, it looked nice, but the shirt didn't really feel. It was a normal black shirt. He took off the shirt, looking at himself. This felt more comfortable. He'll buy the shirt, though, but he might just leave himself exposed. How do you like this one, kid? As Johnny proceeded to the orange and black jumpsuit, but then he paused, seeing the blonde. Or that. Why are you shirtless? The blonde proceeded to grin. I don't know. It just feels right. The blonde proceeded to grin. As then he proceeded to remove this headband from his head, allowing his hair to fall. It was a little bit more longer than before. He proceeded to tie up on his bicep instead. I thought, might as well let my hair grow out a little bit, because I haven't cut in a while. Then he grinned. How'd I look? You know what? Not a bad look, actually. Not a bad look at all. Thanks. I thought it was actually a little cool. Joy proceeded to grin. And you wearing that amulet, it actually does look pretty cool. Thank you. Look at this instead. Joy proceeded to chuckle. Right. Whatever you say, kid. Whatever you say. They proceeded to buy it. The amulet was cheap, surprisingly. Nobody wanted it because of the energy it gave off. As the blonde proceeded to walk out, he proceeded to stretch out his body. You might want to build a good upper body. I got abs at least. He proceeded to flex. Whatever you say, kid. Now back to that training. The blonde grinned. Training? Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. We have a whole month. Any other jutsus you want to teach me? A few jutsus. Fire style. Maybe get you close to that balance breaker thing you said yesterday. Maybe teach you a little more other sword styles. Pre-retired jutsu. You know, we have a month, so we can probably cut a lot of time. The blonde proceeded to grin. That sounds great. Let's do it. Joy proceeded to grin. Once I'm done with you, you'll be a great kid. Kakashi was training Sasuke. Sasuke was getting better, stronger. The Uchiha slashed through another boulder. His breathing. Yamato's blade was sharp as ever, even sharper. Perfect cuts, each one. You sure you don't want to master the Chidori? The Uchiha proceeded to shake his head. I don't need it. It might be useful, piercing attacks. The Uchiha proceeded to ponder, thinking about it. It could be useful. Finishing off attacks. Fine. He proceeded to continue learning, teaching the steps of the Chidori. As he learned it, he started catching the hang of it quickly. Each charge he did was strong, powerful. He learned he had a lightning nature. Impressive, though. Even more that it kind of matched Albion's unique nature, supremacy, being a dragon of light. The next boulder he destroyed was impressive, but then something fell, something that was hidden within it. He turned to see an amulet. He paused. Yamato seemed to react to it. He felt it. He recognized it from anywhere. More of Virgil's memories, something of uniqueness, of power. Two halves of an amulet. Ultimate power, a blade, strength like another. Those memories proceeded to fade. But the concept was clear. This amulet held power. He picked it up looking at it. It was in a golden chain. Interesting. He held it closely. This could be useful. He simply thought. He proceeded to put it on, looking at it. The Uchiha simply thought, power. Albion proceeded to say, you're closer and closer to achieving balance breaker. By the time that for the tutoring exams, you already should be achieved it. The dragon simply spoke within his mind. As Sasuke proceeded to smirk, will be the strongest white dragon emperor in history. Albion proceeded to chuckle. They will challenge Drake's host. Then it will see who's really stronger. Sasuke's smirk became more colder. Yes, we'll see if he can compare. And if he's not, then we'll just get rid of him. Are you sure he's your teammate after all? He's our rival, our eternal rival. If he can't give us that battle we crave, then he's no use. But for now, we'll have to see. Very well, as Albion simply said. Let's see if Drake can get his partner close enough. Their training continued. The two hosts of two beings continue to train, getting stronger. And once they do clash, it'll be for the history books. 1 month later, it was time. Everyone was gathering around. People were here to see it. It was the day of the Trinity exam finals. Within the city, everyone was gathered. The petitioners that were in the petition box proceeded to stay. They all proceeded to look real, proceeded to smile, watching. This is interesting. She proceeded to turn just a few of Rotina's pass. So, the first match is going to be held up soon. Then she smiled. So who's making their bets? We're going to proceed to say Naruto, obviously. I believe he can push out a win. But it might be close. Definitely Naruto, he simply said. He grinned. There's no way he's going to lose to that stuck-up prick. So we're proceeding now. Naruto. It's obvious. Keep it proceeding in position. My answer would be any changing. Naruto, obviously. Akano proceeding to grin. Let's hope he gives him a little bit of a punishment, because he deserves it for hurting poor Hinata. We're proceeding to nod. Let's hope he does. I'm really wanting to punish him myself, most likely. But Naruto gets that honor. Look at him down there. All confident, cross-armed. He thinks he's gonna win this. Ryu's proceeding to smirk. He's not. Not at all. As they continued to wait, the wait went on a little longer. Neji was waiting. He had a smirk upon his face. That smirk proceeded to grow every minute. Every passing minute that the match was going to be called. It seemed like an easy win. The blonde didn't seem he was going to ever show either. He smirked. He's not going to show, he said simply. There's no way he will. He's a coward. This is his destiny. To lose. Issei scowled. He had a scowl on his face. He didn't like how he was talking about his teammate. Oh, I want to go there and punch his face in myself. Ryu's proceeding to say, we wait a little longer. I'm sure he'll come in eventually. Just really hoping he would. But she was kind of getting afraid. He didn't show up by any time. I proceeded to look around, noticing it was getting quite... He proceeded to look at the Hokage. The Hokage sighed. Looks like Naruto's gonna miss his match. As Sarutobi simply thought. He nodded. As he was about to raise his hand up, Jiraiya proceeded to appear beside him. Don't do that, Sensei. Jiraiya, you seem to arrive finally. Where have you been? Well, the Gaki wanted to wait a little longer, you know. A little bit of a flair. But just watch. Asked Jiraiya, simply said confidently. Here's him proceeding to look, noticing the heat, the warmth around the area. It was getting hotter. Then he looked up. And then he saw something in the sky, something bright. And then it slammed down. A pillar of pinkish crimson flame proceeded to engulf the arena. And a large flaming tornado, pink crimson tornado, expanded into a towering behemoth. The flames proceeded to spread out brightly. Everyone proceeded to cover their eyes. The flames dispersed. After a while, the heat settling down. Reese and the others proceeded to pause. Okay, that was warm. Sakura proceeded to watch within the viewer box. She proceeded to blink. Is that Naruto? She was shocked. He looked so different. Ino proceeded to blink. That's not Naruto at all. No. He's not that attractive. He's not that hot. Figuratively. I just said figuratively, not literally. Her face was red. Most of the girls were blushing. Reyes proceeded to blink. When did he... That's... Ozzy proceeded to blink. Her eyes proceeded to roll back, fainting. Hinata was shocked. Was she seeing the right person at all? Was this the same person? As the one who stood in the middle, right in front of Neji, Neji's eyes narrowed. He didn't recognize this person at all, or slightly he did. The person that was standing there he had the whisker mark, the blue eyes, but the confidence, the ego there. It was oozing off of him. Naruto Uzumaki was here. His hair longer, definitely longer, much longer. Now kind of reaching down towards his cheek. And some points towards his shoulders also. His hair was now less spiky, but more laid down. But it was still spiky. The silver within his hair became more prominent, ending in silver streaks also. The silver-like blonde hair proceeded to blow in the wind. The blonde simply grinned. So, I'm back. His voice was slightly deeper, more confident, like puberty hit early. He was taller, too, grew a few inches. He was taller than Sasuke, or the same height as Issei. Everyone proceeded to blink. Akane proceeded to grin. Well, look who had a growth spurt. She proceeded to smile. That smile didn't hide anything innocent in it at all. Reese proceeded to say, Akane, take a hold of yourself, please. Control yourself. What? I'm just admiring. And he's not wearing a shirt at all. Reese tried not to look. She tried, but she couldn't help it. Arena proceeded to say, No, that's not the sweet little innocent blonde. Where did he go? She proceeded to panic slightly. There's no way he's like that. There's no way. Zenobia proceeded to say, she hummed. There's a faint red upon their cheeks. All their cheeks. Sakura proceeded to say, that's not Naruto at all. No. Who are you? Asked. Neji proceeded to say, what? The blonde said, I'm right here. Oh, right. Naruto Uzumaki, here for the match. Or maybe you don't recognize me. He proceeded to grin. Hiruzen proceeded to smile. That was definitely Naruto. He can recognize it. The dramatic entrance, the swagger, even to the point of the blonde's new personality, it all felt like Naruto through and through. Even if he looked much different. He had a growth spurt. Yeah, Yeah, the more he mastered the sword, his height kind of increased a little bit. Had to go buy a new extra pair of clothes again. With a blah, pair of clothes, and several other outfits, but he seems to be fine. He seems to like this one most. The blonde grinned. So, he proceeded to crack his neck. You ready to go down, you bastard? He proceeded to stretch. His hands were in fingerless gloves, grinning. Or, do I need to do it for you? As immediately a large red gauntlet proceeded to appear on his left arm, golden spikes retreating from all upon the top layer. 2 gems proceeded to appear on the front and the back. He proceeded to grin. Or maybe I need to come to you. The boosted gear in its third liberation, it gleamed proudly, more menacingly, like it evolved slightly more to suit the blonde's needs, being more exaggerated, more jagged, even sharper than before. The crimson red, the gold spikes, they're all longer, bigger. The gauntlet seemed energized. Then he proceeded to smirk. You really think you can take me on that little thing? Well, how about you come here and try it? I'll gladly take you on. Neji's eyes narrowed. Very well then. I proceeded to look. Are the 2 contestants ready? They nodded at each other. All right. Go. The blonde grinned. It's time for this kid to get a beat down. A beat down of a century. He proceeded to get ready, bending his knees. He's getting to a fighting stance. Neji proceeded to ready himself. The 2 waited for whoever went first. The blonde leaped forward, faster than before. So much faster, his speed increased. He came into Neji with a fist. The Hugo blocked, aiming for a chakra point, but the blonde proceeded to counter it. Countering it and proceeding to dodge. He's using that thing again that he did against Kiba. But I'm not so foolish. Like that is foolish Inuzuka. He proceeded to activate the Byakugan, aiming for his chakra points. He proceeded to strike towards them. He leaped back faster than before. The blonde proceeded to land, smirking. Come on, you gotta do better than that. The Hugo moved in forward. The blonde proceeded to pull out Ivory, firing at him. The Hugo's eyes widening, seeing these projectiles. He dodged one, whizzing by. One grazed his hair. He can tell they're not chakra, but they're strong, deadly. Another fired at him. He proceeded to dodge yet again. The blonde continued to fire at him. The blonde was watching him, testing how he reacted. His reaction time was fast, impressive. Okay, the blonde thought. Not bad. Not bad at all. He was watching him closely. He pulled away Ivory, proceeding to see Neji come in. 8 trigrams, 64 palms. The blonde watched. He smirked. And then Neji started hitting his chakra points. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. He started hitting them all. Then he hit all 62, 64 palms. 62. He slammed the blonde's chest in, but he poofed. His eyes widening. It was a shadow clone? The blonde proceeded to say, behind you. He proceeded to slap the Hugo away with the backside of the rebellion, the blunt side mostly. The Hugo proceeded the block, his hands bruised. The blonde proceeded to put the blade back to his back. What's wrong? Having a hard time? You can't tell between me and my clones? You're playing around. You'll regret that. You bomb. You baboon. Will I? Come and make me. He proceeded to grin. Neji came at him once again, rushing forward. I'll finish you! He started charging it again. The blonde proceeded to dodge. He jumped back, and he proceeded to bound upon the wall, using it as a springboard to leap over. The blonde took out the kunai, throwing it at him. Neji saw it, then immediately did something surprising the whole Hyuga clan. Rotation! He proceeded to hit the move. A dome of spinning chakra proceeded to surround him, throwing the kunai off. The blonde caught his kunai back, putting it back in his pouch. He proceeded to land. Huh. That's new. He proceeded to ponder, processing that move. He needed to see that again. He put out Everett and Ivory to him, both guns. He fired at Neji. His eyes saw everything, every bullet, every shot. Rotation! As he hit it again. Each bullet proceeded to deflect and bounce it off. The blonde saw it now. He saw it more. A dome of chakra. He spanned it 180 degrees. So it's counterclockwise, huh? Could he go head to head with him? I wonder how that affects him. I wonder how the environment affects that. The blonde proceeded to grin. Alright, let's test this out. The booster gear seemed to shine. He proceeded to rush forward. Neji proceeded to notice this. He smirked. Let him come. It'll hit him with another rotation. It'll be finished. The blonde came in. Neji was ready to hit the rotation, but the blonde's punch went down, punching the ground. As crimson pink flames proceeded to explode, he proceeded to jump back. Immediately, the heat was unbearable. The heat's completely. The flame proceeded to destroy everything around. The ground proceeded to break, shattering spiderweb cracks. The Hyuga proceeded to immediately form a rotation. The heat proceeded to boil. It was hot, hotter than anything you feel, hotter than any fire style that you ever felt before. The blonde stopped singing, and then she proceeded to breathe out. He looked at his hands. They were burned. Those flames passed through his rotation. Got a weakness, the blonde thought. They're high temperature. You're still affected by the heat. Seems like your mighty jutsu is still affected by the heat. Alright. The blonde proceeded to grin. But I have one question. He became more serious. Why'd you attack your cousin like that? Why'd you discard her so easily? What? What business is to you? The blonde looked at him seriously. Just answer the question. You attack your cousin so badly. You almost end up killing her, and yet you don't want to answer a single question. What's up with that? The Hyuga proceeded to scowl. It's simple. She's branded. She has a gift. But unlike me, I am branded with a curse. And forever will be under her shadow. She's the future clan head of the clan. She gets everything. But me, tossed to the side, to the wayside. I don't even get anything. Everything that I have worked for is to open on my own. My own gifts, my own destiny. Her destiny was to become the future head clan. Mine was to become this. That is destiny. The blonde blinked once, twice. Destiny, you say? He thought about it, really looking. He looked up for a while, crossing his arms, thinking, never heard of it. Neji's eyes widening, scowled. You dead last, think you can become what? The Hokage? You spout about becoming the Hokage, but each of the Hokage had a destiny in mind. You are a nobody. You are nothing. You do not have no destiny at all. And your destiny is to lose to me here in this arena. Yeah, sorry, pal. I make my own destiny. And I'm going to become Hokage. That has not changed, not one bit. The blonde proceeded to pause, then grin. And destiny? I don't allow anyone to ruin my own destiny. I make my own choices, my own actions. I don't allow nobody, and especially not untold fate, to tell me what I'm gonna be. Neji proceeded to scowl. He proceeded to remove his headband, showing a seal. You see this? The seal. This is a seal upon the branch family of the Hyuga clan. This is what we mean to them. Nothing but more than a pawn. Whenever we go out of line, they use it against us. Whenever we do something that they don't like, they use it against us. We are nothing. This is our destiny. This is my destiny. The blonde blinked. So you think you're cursed with a seal, huh? I understand that pain. He became more serious. I understand what you're going through. But I can't allow you to have it go around. I can't allow you to go like this. This destiny thing, it's not going to help you. I'm going to prove to you that you can make your own destiny. And you don't got to follow anyone's rules. You make your own choices. And that's what matters. And I'm going to do that. And when I become Hokage, that branch family, I'll get rid of it completely. His eyes widening. Neji looked at the boy, this person in front of him. You just say that. Right. Then let my actions speak my words. Then let my actions speak for me. I'm going to win this. I'm going to beat you, make my way to the top, and I'll become Hokage. And I'm going to get rid of the branch family completely. The bomb proceeded to pull out a kunai. Well, how about we stop talking and get to the last blow? Neji proceeded to nod. Very well then. The blonde proceeded to flick his hand, flicking his wrist. Alright, you stinking fox. Lend me some of your chakra. He heard a growl within his mind, but it responded. The beast gave his chakra. The orange chakra proceeded to flood the system, flooding it. Drag? Right. Boost! As the gauntlet echoed. Boost! An orange aura proceeded to flare around him. The fox chakra proceeded to wrap around him completely. All right, bring it. The blonde proceeded to rush forward, faster than before, much faster. Neji proceeded to get ready. You think you can defeat me? Defeat destiny? You're a fool! Rotation! After he shouted out, the blonde proceeded to throw his arm forward. Destiny can go to the wayside. I don't care. Nothing's gonna stop me. And I'll continue going through. If it means I gotta fight through destinies, then so be it. I won't stop until I become Hokage. He slammed the kunai right into him. The two clash, causing a large explosion. Boom! As the smoke cleared, everyone proceeded to look. Ria's looking around. Where did he? But the blonde was on the ground. No, she said quietly. Damn it. He still has the edge. Neji proceeded to simply say, and that's where you failed. You tried to deny destiny. But destiny is how it always should be. But then the clone proceeded to poof. Neji's eyes widening. What? And then the ground under his chin proceeded to break. The blonde came up for a strong uppercut. Bam! Hitting him right there, as launching him several feet in the air. The blonde proceeded to land calmly, dusting himself off. As he proceeded to grin, well, that was fun, don't you say? As he proceeded to fall, he proceeded to look up. How is this possible? The blonde was over him, standing above him, looking down. Because he talked too much about destiny. And look, hey, it's not so bad. Look at you now, on the ground. And hey, don't feel too bad about it. You'll be fine. And also, don't bring yourself down. Because unlike me, you're not a failure. He proceeded to walk away. He simply gave a salute, looking up to the Hokage. Herzen proceeded to smile, nod, simply once. The blonde simply smirked, giving a 2-finger wave, and then he simply walked away. The winner is Naruto Uzumaki, as Hide proceeded to announce. The crowd proceeded to cry out, shocked, some even impressed. You did well, Jiraiya. That was all the Gaki. He did that. I just taught him everything he needed to know. The blonde proceeded to walk into the companion box and proceeded to smirk. Hey! Issei proceeded to grin. Well, look what we have here. You won. You scared us for a moment. My bad. The blonde proceeded to smirk. I hope I didn't scare any of you too badly. Issei proceeded to blink. And, you grew too. Not my height, huh? What can I say? I had a little growth spurt. Not so short am I now. No, you are not. Bruce proceeded to walk forward. You did great. And, why aren't you wearing a shirt? She said. Try not to look at his abs. What? You see more mobility. He proceeded to simply say. Rooting for y'all. He proceeded to smirk. Then he proceeded to feel someone behind him. Well. Someone fit out quite nicely. He turned to see Akano, smiling. Thank you. And, you still fill out quite the same. Probably even better. She proceeded to smirk, saying, someone decided to grow up a little bit. He proceeded to shrug. It's not too badly. Then he turned. So how did I do? Keeper proceeded to smile. You did well. Now we all have to live up to the same type of level of fighting you did earlier. Arena proceeded to grin. Yeah, you really set the tone for the rest of the matches. Really? Don't make it as too flashy as me. Don't want to steal the spotlight. Arena proceeded to chuckle. Silver proceeded to smirk. Oh, don't worry, we won't steal the spotlight from you too badly. I don't think none of us can do what you did for your own entrance. The blonde simply grinned. No, I don't think so. Can you? They all proceeded to turn. The next matches were called up. Well, I'm next, Shikamaru simply said. The blonde proceeded to grin at him. Well, break a leg. Yeah, I might just quit. Huh? Aw, you lazy. You lazy ass bum. The boss said. Shikamaru simply rolled his eyes. Look, I don't really want to do this. The boss simply grinned. If you don't do it, your mom's going to be on your case for a long while. He proceeded to sigh. Ugh, what a drag. So how about you go in there and be a pal? The blonde pushed him over, pushing him into the ring. Hey, what the? Naruto, you son of a... Before he could finish his sentence, he already dropped from the ring. You'll thank me later, Asablon grinned. They proceeded to watch the match. The match went like normal. Shikamaru outplayed Tamari completely. And then he gave up. Seeing to have a tick mark upon her head. He had her right where he needed her. He won practically, and he just gave up? Lazy Shikamaru, Sakura simply said. Even Naruto put on a good show, but at least keep the same type of energy that he did. Lazy ass Shikamaru, she simply said. The next few matches were a spectacle. Kiba versus Zenobia was a spectacle, a master of swordmanship at least. Who ended up winning was Kiba. His pure sword technique was better, so much better. Issei versus Arena, well, Arena pulled out all the tricks. Issei pulled out a few of his own, creating a massive fire dragon out of his pure fire chakra, but he proceeded to pull out the win. It took a pretty powerful hit to tank Arena's light sword, which hurt like a bitch. But he won. Every match went into everyone's favor. The next one was Sasuke versus Gaara. The Bond proceeded to wait, sitting on the rail. Huh. I guess he's gonna be like, also, gonna make an entrance. The Bond stood beside. Should have known. Should have known he was gonna steal my spotlight. Silver proceeded to grin. What? You don't like competition? The Bond simply smirked. No, I love competition. I'm just wondering, how much competition is he gonna give me? As time proceeded to pass, a whole hour went by. The Bond was now slightly annoyed. Okay. I have to admit, I didn't do it a whole hour. But this is exaggerating. Sakura was in the booth proceeding to scowl. Kakashi says saying Sasuke are late. And I really hope that they're not some dumb excuse like they're helping an old lady cross the road. They proceeded to shrug. Who knows? But then the wind proceeded to blow, and within a pillar of light, boom! Several cuts within the world proceeded to slash like glass, breaking And then a portal opened, and who stepped out was both Kakashi and Sasuke. The Uchiha fully dressed, but not in the black that originally, but he stepped out. Blue trench coat. Gray like pants. The upper guard of everything seemed. The blonde recognized it. It was Virgil's outfit. Exactly down to a T. And the Uchiha's hair was down. He simply walked through, placing the model back in his sheath. As the wind blew their hair. Sorry, are we late? As Kakashi simply said. Hey, proceeded, simply dropped his senbon and proceeded to say, no, right on time. The Uchiha simply smirked. Good, as he simply said. He proceeded to lift his hand up, then slicking back his hair, dramatically. Sakura in Ino's eyes proceeded how heart shapes within them. He's so dreamy. Sakura proceeded to smirk. Well. It seems like someone's doing dramatics. Wow, pretty boy. What can I say? As Issei simply scowled. Keeper proceeded to sigh. Well, flashy is flashy, huh? But who's flashier, Naruto's or Sasuke's? Mine, obviously, the blonde said, quickly to interrupt. But then he smirked. But the hair thing, that's probably not for me. The Uchiha turned around. His black hair having silver highlights at the very ends of it, silver tips, proceeded to turn. His hair almost half silver and half white, half black and half white. He turned, smirking at the blonde. He noticed a change also. He looked more like Dante than ever. They both did, looking at their counterparts from their past lives. The blonde smirked, while the Uchiha simply didn't smirk also. He simply just stared. He turned around, turning forward. Alvin proceeded to speak with his mind. I can feel it. DJ's host is far stronger. Probably at your level. The Uchiha simply smirked. Good. I wouldn't want it any other way. Once we completely tear apart Gaara, Naruto's next. Gaara proceeded to open his eyes, finally, looking. You have come. Mother demands your blood. The Uchiha proceeded to look for us. Kakashi proceeded to head to the booth. Very well. Bring your best motivation, the Uchiha said. Proceeding to push Yamato out of his sheath slightly, ready to fight. The stare down was down. Sasuke versus Gaara. It was time. Time to see who was better.